Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon where I'll be talking about the TV shows, movies, I don't know what the case may be. If it's related to Disney in any shape or form, then yes, of course I'll be talking about it. So alright, more comic book stuff, because of course, here we are. Anyway, I just thought I'd just do like a follow-up video kind of a thing, and yet Marvel Rising, Playing with Fire. So I mean, okay, I'm reviewing these out of order, but whatever, I guess. Squirrel Girl is in here, Quinn Stacy, and the rest of the gang is in here. So yes, as you can guess, this has something to do with fire, of course. So anyway, I just thought I might as well talk about some more of these because might as well, I reckon. Anywho, I just thought, why not? I guess more comic book related stuff. And as always, let's talk about the plot, shall we? So here we go. And of course, as you can guess yourself, yes, this has something to do with the expanded universe of the MCU and whatnot, of course. So this series of sorts may or may not include characters that has already been established in the live action movies, or just have their own set of characters. It will just take place somewhere at some point with this. But anyway, when Inferno's powers are stolen by a young and powerful villain, it is up to the Secret Warriors to defeat the new foe and help their friend because things get rather out of control, of course, and they have to save the day. And obviously, it's not going to be easy, of course. It's up to them to just pretty much, the Secret Warriors, to stop them, of course. And yeah, this criminal is up to no good. This criminal is trying to do a bad thing, of course. This criminal is not a good person, of course. And and that's the thing. I don't know if this is actually fated for the source material or not, but either way, I'm just gonna review this at his own version, as these movies tend to do anyway. Just create their own versions of certain characters that were already based upon on the comics, of course. But either way, I'm just gonna just, of course, review this as its own thing, obviously. But anyway, like I said, this does reference the other movies in some ways, of course, the live action stuff, I mean. And this is pretty action packed, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, there's plenty of action to be had here. The animation, for what it's worth, is decent. Yes, of course, before anyone asks, yes, I did see this on Disney Plus. And I just thought I might as well get to this because I did review one of the other installments of this series of animation, and of animated shorts, I guess, already. And that's kind of why I just want to do this. Might as well cover as many as I can, of course, because that's kind of the rule I have on my channel. If I review one intro series, might as well review them all. Unless there's a specific reason not to, but that's kind of my rule of thumb here, of course. But anyway, I just thought I'd talk about this kind of a thing, obviously, because might as well, I guess. Anyway, and the animation is pretty good. All things considered, I thought the animation was quite good for what it's worth, of course. And alright, I like the art design. The art design wasn't too shabby, of course. I like the level of detail, of course. I mean, okay, I wouldn't go as far as to say that the animation isn't groundbreaking, but it is serviceable for what they're trying to do. Of course, the animation does its job, but the animation does what it's supposed to in the grand scheme of things, quite obviously. I just thought I'd just do this, of course. Because, for one, yes, I've reviewed a lot of the vast majority of these movies anyway. And second is that the genre is quite popular. It's even up to this very day, the genre is still popular, it's still alive and kicking. So I just figured it would make sense to review yet another of these types of things, of course. And even though, like I've said a bunch of times already, this isn't not my cup of tea. I don't care for this type of genre really, but I'm not gonna really be bitter about it really because it's what people like. It's something that's popular nowadays, so it's something I never understood the appeal really. But hey, to each their own, I guess. To each their own. Ultimately, what really matters is story. That's all we care about is the plot. Really, if it has good characters, good characterizations. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all that matters, bro. That's all that really matters. If there's a decent plot, decent characterizations, and decent motivations, that's all we want, really. That's it. That's all we care about. The genre is relevant. Of course, people have their favorite genre. That's fine. I'm not saying you can't have a favorite genre. You can, but of course, ultimately, what really matters, as far as I'm concerned, is the story. If this has a good plot, and the story, all things considered, for its worth, it's serviceable. I guess the story itself is pretty serviceable, I suppose. So I can't really complain too much, really. At the end of the day, it's fine. I guess it does what it's supposed to. This is what I'm getting at. Anyway, I didn't think that this was too shabby. For like I said, for all things considered, the voice acting isn't too bad. I like the voice acting. The voice acting is quite nice, really. And I did think the voice acting does what it's supposed to. Thankfully, it was actually put some effort in the voice acting in here, folks. So I did like what they were trying to aim for in the grand scheme of things. I mean, it doesn't really bother me that they would use different characters for this because, for one, you have to somehow find a way to use different characters without getting boring. If you keep reusing the same characters over and over again, yes, things would just get stale and pretty boring when you think about it. So I can kind of see why would want to use different characters to tell these stories. Of course, it makes sense what they were trying to do. I reckon. But anyway, I'll give this an overall rating of a 7.0 out of 10. It gets a 7.0 out of 10 for me. So of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah.